When did a senior prank end up sending students to jail? Me and my 3 best friends thought we'd planned the perfect senior prank, but ended up with us in handcuffs and scared to drop soap. The whole thing started 2 weeks before graduation, when our class was brainstorming prank ideas. Everyone was throwing out the usual stuff like filling the hallways with balloons or putting the principal's car on the roof. But my buddy Griffin had this idea that seemed hilarious at the time. We'd sneak out during lunch and remove all the license plates from every car except the seniors and pile them at the front of the lot. Griffin was the mastermind type who always thought 3 steps ahead. Davin was our lookout because he had eagle eyes and could spot teachers from a mile away. Ezra brought the tools since his dad was a mechanic, and I was just dumb enough to go along with anything that sounded fun. We spent a week doing reconnaissance during lunch. We mapped out which cars belonged to underclassmen and which ones were teachers. The senior lot was separate, so we knew those were safe. We figured we needed about 45 minutes to hit all 200 cars, which meant we'd have to work fast. The day of the prank was perfect. Sunny weather meant everyone would be eating outside and not looking at the parking lot. We met by Griffin's car at exactly 12:15 when lunch started. Ezra handed out screwdrivers and we split into 2 teams to cover more ground. The first few cars were easy. The screws came out smooth, and we stacked the plates in a grocery bag. We developed a system where one person would unscrew while the other kept watch. After about 20 cars, we were feeling pretty confident, but then we hit the teacher section and things got trickier. Mr. Davidson had some fancy European car with weird screws that didn't match our tools. Mrs. Berry's SUV was so high off the ground we could barely reach the plate. We were starting to fall behind schedule. Davin was supposed to be watching from the hill that overlooked the parking lot. He had a clear view of all the exits from school and would whistle if he saw anyone coming. But Davin got distracted, talking to his girlfriend who'd come to find him. She was mad about something, and he was trying to calm her down instead of keeping lookout. By 12:45, we'd removed about 100 plates. The grocery bags were getting heavy and we had to keep switching who carried them. Griffin was getting nervous about time, but Ezra kept saying we were fine. I was working on a rusty truck that belonged to one of the janitors when everything went wrong. Coach Walton had left his lunch in his car. He was walking out to get it when he noticed movement between the vehicles. Instead of coming to investigate quietly, he screamed, "Hey, what are you kids doing?" at the top of his lungs. Pure panic shot through my body. I could hear Griffin curse from 3 cars over. Ezra dropped his screwdriver and it clattered on the asphalt. Without thinking, I dove under the truck I'd been working on and pressed myself flat against the ground. Oil stains soaked into my shirt as I tried not to breathe. I could see Coach Walton's shoes walking past different cars. He was yelling for whoever was out there to show themselves. My heart pounded so hard I thought he might hear it. Griffin was the first one caught. He tried to run but tripped over one of the bags of license plates. The metal plates scattered everywhere, making a huge racket. Coach Walton grabbed him by the collar and pulled out his phone to call the office. Ezra tried to blend in with some underclassmen walking to their cars, but Coach recognized him immediately. He was wearing his bright red wrestling team jacket, which was basically a neon sign. Davin finally noticed the commotion and came running down the hill right into Coach's arms. From under the truck, I watched my boys get arrested, and they're real ones. They never ratted me out, and I ran away to tell the tale.